Gemini, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. You'll have to excuse my informal dress. You know me. You know I have a certain standard. I have a certain and that's by my standard, you know. I like to dress a certain way. I like my appearance to be a certain way. Not today. I'll tell you why. Tomorrow is surgery day. It has been on the books for a while, and it got rescheduled a couple of times due to an ice storm here in Texas. So that means I had to fluctuate everything for a couple of weeks, trying to get it back on the books, and then also being ready for it once more. So it's like laundry game, groceries, transportation has to be figured out for myself and my daughter. And so it's like, all that to say, honey, we in a pajama top today. We're in a pajama. I'm tired, but it's a good kind of tired because I know I'm as prepared as I can be. And this was a long time coming, like I said, and things were in fluctuation for a couple weeks, and I knew it was going to happen. I mean, hello. I knew it was going to happen, Gemini. But you know, we still prepare as best we can. I know I'm just tired because everything's in place there as much as it can be. But the only, it's like, you know what, no sexy outfit today, nothing strappy, no lacy, no cleavage, and you know I'm very fond of cleavage. You know, if you're around the channel, you know that. I'm not really shy about it. In fact, I honestly believe, Gemini, with more cleavage, the world would be a better place. There you go. I know you know. But there you are. So, we're in a sleeping t-shirt. But I got makeup on. So, there you go. Hi. If you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different and happy to be so. I tend to be a little more personable with my subscribers. Put it this way, my personality is not described as mayo. I'm a very spicy German mustard. Why am I like this? You probably ask yourself that 20 times a day. Why am I like this? Do I care? That's you. That's you. What's going on for Gemini? Show my Gemini crew, please. Show me my Gemini crew. What's going on, please? And by the time this comes out, I will have already had the surgery. I'm doing this several days in advance. All right. Don't worry about it. What's going on, please? Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini. What's going on, please, for my Gemini crew? Show me Gemini. What's up? Oh, I got some splits here. Aquarius gave me a run for my money, I must say. What's going on, please? Show me Gemini. This is once more the Dreamy Moon Tarot deck. Love it. What's going on for Gemini, please? The Emperor is standing in our power. Yeah, you might have some strong Aries in your chart. Could be connecting to one, not the point. This is really meant to be about you. This is your time. But beautiful. Standing in your power. All right. Feeling strong-willed. Feeling empowered. What's challenging you? Your intuition. Oh, my. Perhaps we're a little too empowered right now. We're not listening to ourselves. Making decisions? Yes. Trying to be firm and in control? Yes. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're listening to ourselves. So I don't like that. Your intuition's a challenge. You can't really heal yourself in all this, well, I'm in control and I'm busy and I'm doing stuff and I'm standing upright. I'm sure that's all true. But not to the point that we're neglecting our inner dialogue, which is what the High Priestess is our inner dialogue. All right, so I want to see what's going on. We need to take you to the shop, get you a tune-up, okay? What's around you? Slowly. Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving energy around you at this time. Not too much is mixing up or moving fast or maybe moving forward. There's something here that's plodding along in your energy, okay? And might be one of the reasons why something's slowly moving around you is because you're not hearing yourself. All right, let's take a look. Relevant past, King of Wands, your energy not too long ago moved at a much faster rate. Confidence, ambition, perky. You know, I know what up. That tells me you've hit some sort of pinnacle and or apex where you feel like you have to stay right here, right now. Your energy wasn't as smooth or as fast as it used to be not too long ago. What's exiting? Some sort of work Eight of Pentacles is trying to exit, possibly work. Something where you're showing constructive efforts, contributive efforts, something that always felt steady-paced, practical, reliable, source of income, sure, or your efforts in some way that was always measurable efforts is starting to exit. Slow down, I don't know. Let's see what's up. Near future, Six of Cups, Soulbond energy, someone of importance to you. Someone whom you've either known a long time, Soulbond, or a combination of those two. It's terribly unique, as I was telling Aquarius. You can't just go down to Costco and pick it up. Nope, it cannot be replicated. This is between you and someone else. Unique memories, emotionality, laughter, time spent, cups shared, meals shared, that kind of thing. It's beautiful. Let's see what's up with that. Strengths, Knight of Swords, hell yes, take action. Love it. Okay, your environment. There's some stress in your head. Nine of Swords, there's some stress in your environment too, so it may not just be coming from within you. You might have stress outside of you as well. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Hopes and fears, to love or to not to love? Is there love? Who am I sharing my cup with exactly? Why is hopes and fears called hopes and fears, Christina? In Celtic Cross, traditionally, there has always been a hopes and fears placement, and that's because they're one and the same. What we hope for is also what we tend to fear. What we tend to fear is what we tend to hope for the most. You understand? That's duality of human nature. You're pretty good about understanding that compared to most signs. I think you get it. To love or not to love? Is there love here or is there none here? Do I still have feeling for this? Do they still have feeling for me? Do I want that? Do I not want that? All that. Outcome, judgment, so shall it be. Que sera, sera. Well, now, we got some interesting stuff for you today. Very interesting. We're touching on some very interesting points. Some that are practical, some that are life-oriented, some that are feeling, some that is outcome, and then even some divinity, some spiritual stuff, judgment. It might be outside of your hands, or it might be in your hands. That's the thing about judgment, speaking of duality. Sometimes judgment is brought upon us. Here, Gemini, deal with that shit. You didn't ask for it, but here it is. Have fun. And then there's, this is a decision I'm making. And it could have some very strong spiritual implications. Let's see which way that's going. Let's start here with Mr. Grumpy. Actually, he's Mr. Grumpy Pants. The Hierophant is Mr. Grumpy. They're very similar. They're actually not that far apart, to be honest. They're both stubborn as hell. It's just the Hierophant tends to be nicer about it. You know, the Emperor's just like, no. All right. Show me the Emperor, please. Show me the Emperor, please. Show me that Emperor, please. Show me that Emperor, please. Show me that Emperor, please. What's going on? Show me that Emperor, please. Show me that Emperor. And that's what we're going to get fixed tomorrow. And that's my decision. It's about time I got that taken care of. Show me the Emperor, please. 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 Starting position, starting position, starting position. Show me that. Ten of Pentacles. You're like, there's something here you emotionally detached from, and you're like, fuck it, that's not my priority. My priority is my care. My priority is my home. My priority is my community. Thank you very much. 100% focus on your reality, where it is, and standing firm in that. I'm not deviating from this norm. Something here you emotionally detached from, walked away from you. I'll know. Your response is, fuck all that. This is my focus anyway. Woo! I believe you. I believe you. There's an emphasis here on care of home, finances, community, family, friends, priority, business. Okay. Business. I'm looking at a large and in charge Gemini. It's like, fuck everything else. I don't know what the Eight of Cups is, but it made me raise my eyebrow. So much that because it's like I'm saying, this is what's important. You're literally telling me this is what's important. This is what's important. This is what I can touch, taste, see, hear. Thank you. Everything else can fuck off, right? So there's something here that's personally you are disregarding. This does not affect me. at all. It doesn't affect me. It's not priority. Priority is my household. It's looking like there might be someone else in here. It could be spouse, or you're showing me quality of care towards someone who is in there with you 24/7. Okay. So it does not have to be partner, and I'm not trying to make it about a them or a they type situation, but you're telling me there is a focus here of energy that is really tied to your immediate home, finances, community. Okay, so in case I didn't make that point clear, that's the focus. And there's something here on the personal level, on the emotional side, where you're like, that does not affect me. I'm going to take refuge in my home. This commands my attention 100%, nothing else. So that lack of emotionality right there towards something is speaking to me largely as to why the High Priestess, which you cannot have without feeling, is in the challenge position. What is it you are not trying to feel, my love? What is it you are not trying to feel? Oh, okay. Yeah, all well and good. Emperor, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, let's do it. I love it. Stand tall in our power. This is my concern. This is my priorities. The structure of my environment, my wealth, my contribution. The stability of hearth and home, yes? That's what the King and Queen of Pentacles are there too. So what is it we're not trying to feel? Some of that High Priestess, please. Some of that High Priestess. Some of that High Priestess. Some of that High Priestess, please. Some of that High Priestess. I do like the way the High Priestess is depicted. I better use my other arm in this one. Isn't that lovely? Lovely. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Mr. Grumpy Pants again. Oh my. Huh. Somebody said that's not a priority. This situation and or person is. Okay. That's the long and short of it. It was rough translation, but okay. Show me that High Priestess, please, in the challenge. King of Pentacles. Temperance. Ten of Cups. We're ignoring this feeling that, practically speaking, we need to heal something. We don't want to deal with it. Not quite. We have an intuitive feeling, but we're ignoring that intuitive feeling that something needs healing. It would be the practical thing to do. It would be the right thing to do. It would actually feel good, very much so, to heal a particular situation. I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess. It's related to the Eight of Cups. Something that you emotionally walked away from, distanced yourself from. Again, emotional, cup. You emotionally distanced from, detached from, walked away from, or perhaps walked away from you. I don't know. Take it how it resonates, as in all things. And there is a part of you that's actually quite solid. King of Pentacles. You might have some very strong earth in your chart. Also Sag, that says my better self, my more practical self, knows I should probably try to heal this. I should probably heal the love for this situation. But there is the Emperor's over here saying, no, I'll be taken care of if I just put my actual energy into this. Don't worry about the feeling part of it. Don't worry about the feeling part of it. Just put your best energy and efforts into this, and it will thrive. It will grow. And your more practical side, which is also very heavily pentacle related, okay, says I should heal the feelings. I should heal the feelings in this situation, person, I don't know. It's whatever constitutes that Ten of Cups. Whoever takes part in your emotional rainbow of harmony. Family, friends, spouses, lovers, that kind of thing. It encompasses more than one area of love. You have really strong practical energy that says, I know I should heal the feelings first. You don't seem to be comfortable doing that right now. Right now you just want to focus on the home. Community, family, connectivity, For some reason, it's like the emotion piece, Christina, that's going to take a back seat. It's going to take a back seat. It's like if I can just focus on my reality first, I will feel better in time. I don't know. I don't think your intuition isn't really coming through at this time. It's like, well, maybe heal the feelings first, and the fruition of your day-to-day reality will take place on its own accord. Maybe. What's up? So that Knight of Pentacles, something slowly moving along. Something slowly moving along. Knight of Pentacles, some of that Knight of Pentacles. Something's kind of plotting. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please. The Lovers, the Fool, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, okay. We have some sort of breakage here with what looks like an important connection. All right, you're here. And it doesn't feel good. You kind of broke your spirit in a way. It's a very slow recovery process. Okay. What that lover is to you, I don't know. It was a strong connection. Okay. So you're here, of course, as the lover, being your power card, but obviously there's more than one person involved in this. And it's been slowly plodding along in your energy. The break is here. We don't feel good about it, and it kind of kept your spirit from feeling free and open. In that reaction that it hurts you, it did. And when that happened, your ability to just kind of open up really diminished. To be the fool. To greet the world with enthusiasm, to walk outside your door with a kind of kick in your step. That excitement, knowing that that connection was available to you, it made you feel a little extra good about yourself. Knowing that it was there versus now knowing that it's not there are two different things. And it's the energy that's been influencing you ever since the break. And it kind of, I'm going to go ahead and put you in that position of becoming the emperor and saying, you know what, that doesn't matter. Emotionally detached from that. This is what matters, me and mine. That's what matters. My household. My priorities. That's what matters. I don't know what that is to you, but it was a powerful connection. One that really brought out some of your stronger attributes as Gemini, as the lover. And when you parted from it, or it parted ways from you, it really did kind of break that sense of being open and free and light and easy and adventurous. I don't know that you felt much opportunity to be adventurous, but with that connection, for some reason, you did. And then you stopped feeling adventurous when you broke from it. I think you're otherwise someone who is very, very reliable and very, very stable. You very much prize a sense of stability. This is my home, these are my priorities. It's a very kind of on the surface, this is what the world can see, energy. Okay? Everybody sees I'm a stand-up, do-right kind of fella or kind of gal. There's no doubt in anyone's mind, okay, that my priority is the Ten of Pentacles, King, Queen of Pentacles. And if I put my focus on that, everything will right itself. That Emperor really needs things. This Emperor right here is telling me I need things to be just so right now. Okay? I need to get my control back in place. Fuck the feelings for whatever this is. Doesn't matter. This is what's matter. The reality is what matters, Christina. This is the priority. I will not be hurt by this. I will not be disappointed by it. This was always my focus. It always was. You can't tell me otherwise. I believe you. I believe you're someone who, again, very much prizes the real world kind of activity of what can be seen. But your internal feeling, your internal dialogue is kind of turned off right now. That says another part of you that's equally practical and equally skilled. King and Queen of Pentacles are highly skilled. Says perhaps you should prioritize healing the feeling as opposed to just kind of doubling down in that masculine energy. It says no. No feelings. Priority energy only. Now, I understand we all get into that space from time to time, especially when shit gets real. When something threatens the home space, the finances, oh boy, we whip that Emperor energy out so fast. And say, you know what? This is getting cut, none of that matters, none of that matters. Here's the thing. The break happened. Some sort of break happened with a significant energy. And I believe it provoked some of your stronger, these are the laws, these are the rules, energies that you're used to having, but I think you even doubled down on it quite a bit. Because it's at the point where you're ignoring your you're ignoring your natural feeling, which is just as real and just as practical. There's another part of you, in other words, that knows equally well that you should try to heal the feeling with whomever is in there, or was. That would be, in fact, the quickest route if you wanted to get to Rome. But you're not taking the quickest route. You're taking a long, long-ass route. The Knights of Pentacles. Because you feel the break between you and someone of significance. And that's a powerful connection. What it looked like in reality, how it played out in reality, I could not say. You would know best. You have to fill that in as Gemini, and that's if you resonate. You don't have to. And I'll check your other placements, or I'll catch you on the next one. But it kind of like when you parted ways with this person, you parted ways with your sense of spirit that says adventurous. I'm willing to shake things up and loosen up a bit, not be so tight, not be so resistant to change, and not be so rigid. I think you have a very strong sense of priority. I think you have a very strong sense of responsibility. I think you're very much used to reinforcing it. But when this happened, it really doubled down on I need to control this. This is what matters. And if you were listening to your intuition, which you're currently not, and it's not an accusation, I can kind of see why you're in that space. I can. But if you were in a position to listen to your intuition, it would tell you, Gemini, honey, heal the feeling and you'll feel better. You wouldn't have to need to control anything. It's just a reaction. It's a reaction you had. What do we do when we feel like things are broken or out of sync or in chaos? Our first reaction is to grip. And I'm seeing you have a grip reaction. But to the point that you're neglecting your own feeling. A part of you that's just as real and practical as anything else knows better. Heal the feeling. And you'll still be just as in control and grounded as you ever were. But you'll feel better about it. But you have to listen to your GPS to know that. All the major arcana in tarot have nicknames. The high priestess for me is the GPS. She's GPS. You know, they all have little nicknames. I've been doing this for so long. I have to stop sometimes and say, don't use that. Nobody's going to understand what the hell you're saying. You can't say that. You know, she's the GPS. You know, the Emperor's Mr. Grumpy Pants. And for me, I've never called the lovers the lovers. I've always called it the lover. Which is funny, because it's always dual. There's always two people. Very powerful connection. Very complex bonding system. One that was put into place before either of you ever met. At the soul level. Easy to fuck up. And one of the most joyous things you will ever experience, and you can't really say why. It's an inexplicable attraction. You can try to talk yourself out of it, not really feel it. But it's always with you. Because to me, the lovers is when you have one, you don't think of it as plural, you say the lover. Because in your mind, it's one person, you know? Anyway, Not that that means much. I just think that you have a very beautiful power card. You really do. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I know, I do go on. I know. All right, some of that King of Wands in the recent past. So in the recent past, the relevant past, I know your energy was much lighter, fluid, smoother. Felt good, felt confident. It wasn't this kind of slow, grip-like energy. It was open, it was fast. Some of that King of Wands, please. Some of that King of Wands, some of that King of Wands, some of that King of Wands. The Knight of Swords. You used to move at a much faster pace. Your energy for someone that you say is a friend, a collaborative partner, your energy actually moved quite fast around them. Very fast. It used to not hesitate when it came to this friend. It wasn't too long ago, like I said. We might have called our lover a friend. Perhaps they were. The bond was much deeper than that. Ugh, I hate Sheryl Crow. Let me rephrase that. I'm not a fan of Sheryl Crow. I just got hit with a lyric. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. If you're a Sheryl Crow friend, I understand. She's a hugely popular artist. I understand. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Music is very deep to people, very deeply personal. I know I'm like that too. So I didn't mean to upset anybody who's a Sheryl. I get it. I'm not in her demographic. I'm not one of her listeners. But it's like, of course, what I heard is the first cut is the deepest. So even if you called this person a friend, your bond was such that when it cuts deep. It doesn't matter if you called them a friend or if they're a collaborator or someone that you just get along with well. A partner of some sort, perhaps you literally worked with them in the past. I just know that how little, there wasn't much exchange here, physically, in the real world, but when there was, boy, your energy didn't hesitate. That was the last time your energy was smooth like that. Ambitious, open, light, airy, excited. Kind of like that guy. That's a lot of fast, exciting energy for a friend. You know? There wasn't much. But it was something. It meant something to you. So even a so-called friend, if they're really a lover in essence, it can cut like a son of a bitch. Doesn't matter how we dress them up. Or dress them down. That kind of bond being as strong as it is, and we dress it down to a friendship, it can still cut. It doesn't matter how safe you make it, or try to make it, or compartmentalize it. And it could be just someone, again, who really legitimately is a friend, but you two are deeply, deeply connected in spiritual ways and emotional ways. Okay? Kind of depends on how honest you are about yourself, with yourself, about the situation and the person. Eight of Pentacles is on the way out. Eight of Pentacles, what is this? The ability to work with this situation? Show me the Eight of Pentacles, please. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. When it comes to being lucky, he's first. When it comes to loving me, he's worse. Or something like that. I don't remember. Again, I'm not a huge Sheryl Crow fan, but I get it. It's like, I don't know. Some of this Eight of Pentacles, please. I don't know why that's relevant, but it's like the ability, the luck of this situation. It was a good connection. It was really good when it was there, but when it was absent, it was absent. It's like when it comes to showing the demonstration skill and love, it wasn't there. but the energy was. So it's like it was luck that you got to have it at all. But when it comes to putting real energy and love into it, there wasn't much. But man, when you were turned on, you were turned on. When you were inspired, you were inspired. But it's like, like that though. Knight of Wands, the chair. Jesus, honey. The Ten of Wands. Your energy was not free to move towards this at all. Your energy was not free to move towards this. You weren't able to put the constructive efforts into it that you emotionally wanted to. Sexually, that you wanted to. Like I said, that's a lot of excitement for such small output. You didn't hesitate. When you did get to connect and put something into this, you didn't hesitate. There's a reason why. That wasn't without incident. There are no coincidences. You just could not put the work into this. The big work. You know how it is when you're in love with somebody and you're available to be in love with them. What do? Your efforts are non-stop, not because you feel you have to, but because you fucking want to. You want every minute of that person's day. You want their day. You want their nights. You want their mornings. You want their weekends. You send them little messages at work and you're fucking around and you know you shouldn't be. Shit like that. You want to connect, you want to connect, you want to connect, you want to connect, and that's the whole thing of being in love, honey. You just connect like crazy. For the Gemini I'm looking at, this is how you could connect, and that was it. You weren't able to put more into it, specifically your heart and your sex. The work you would otherwise put into a relationship that you were free to pursue, you would have done otherwise. But you were overly contracted to other things. What that means to you is what that means to you. You just know you couldn't put the best of your efforts that I was just discussing into whatever this is. So this person that was strongly bonded to got relegated to a friendship, one that we did not hesitate to act on when the time was allowed us. But then that was it. So this person cut you. Did you cut them? Perhaps there was an admission on your part that I'm not emotionally available to this and I damn well know it. I don't know. Show me that Six of Cups, please, in the future. I don't know if it's that same Soulbond. Let's take a look. Excuse me. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. The Moon. Death. Pisces. Scorpio. 3 Cups. You can't see it now, but you will. You know already what that is, don't you? You can't see it now, but you will. You might kick and scream at me. Tell me about my finances, tell me about my career. That's fine, you already got a hand on that. You don't have a hand on that, here's your thumb. Okay, you got that down, okay? You're holding that house down, you're holding that finances down, you're holding down your community standing. That's clearly important to you. You're someone who's visible amongst your community. Specifically, I have every reason to believe and feel, more to the point, because my GPS is not knocked sideways, I feel you are highly engaged in your community, which is part of your own particular financial world as well as your home world. They are one and the same, you're telling me. So that tells me your community endeavors directly provides to your personal sense of home, security, and finances. I don't think you're visible. I think you are someone who makes decisions in the realm of your community that thus in turn pays your own sense of world energy. Like, this is how it affects me financially. So what you do on the outside, you bring home. I see you as being someone who is terribly responsible outside of your home energies. You're not necessarily visible, but you are a decision maker. You're used to having certain things on a level of control. This situation, you felt you had some control in. You knew realistically what you could contribute to it. What you did not control and could not, nor should you, was your reaction to it on an emotional level. That was outside of your control. So when this person cut or you cut, it affected you more than you realized, more so your sense of spirit. Your ability to open up and to be adventurous and to try new things and to actually maybe make changes. That shut down really fantastically. I mean drastically, if anything else. And it's because you were not free to pursue this at the level you actually desired, but one that you were not willing to admit that you wanted. This is what you desired. You to have real constructive efforts of a relationship that spoke to you on many levels. You did not know you wanted that. And perhaps some of you are still in the position of not knowing it, because the moon is very strong denial energy. Okay. You have to be willing to go down Moon Avenue, as I call it. Some of us are very comfortable going down there. Shit. I did that. I said that. Oh God, I felt that. You know that day you realize you fell in love with somebody and you didn't mean to? It's a very rare experience. You shouldn't be feeling it every other day. You really shouldn't. You know, I did it once. I never want to do it again. Fuck. And the day you allow yourself to understand those really big, invisible energies, the shit we bury under the moon, denials, Bill. No, 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 fucking no, never. That happens to other schmucks. I'm not that schmuck. That thing, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't happen to me, bitch. I'm an emperor. I'm an emperor. I know my business. My business is good. That don't happen to me. No. It happened to you. This Soulbond. There was more in it that you understood. You could see the surface of it, the surface participation, and that gave you comfort. It gave you a feeling of control. This is what I can expect from it. What you didn't see again is how you were reacting to it energetically. You never questioned that when you did contribute to this connection, no matter how small, why you were so excited, why you acted so quickly to put it together, even if it was kind of a scramble, why you were able to bring so much joy, fire, and intensity over the simplest of things. You didn't really question your reaction to it. You really focused on the structure of it. Okay? The structure, small, made you feel safe. So you had big feelings that were happening at an energetic level, but it was contained to this little itty-bitty space. So it made you feel like you were free to feel these big feelings, but not really acknowledge them. Because the interaction is so small. How can you possibly get lost in that? How can you possibly get lost in a Three of Pentacles and a Page of Pentacles? Because not all connections are the same. We wanted more. And also, P.S., we want this shit to stop. Stop denying our moon energy. It's trying to come out. How far your feelings for this person went, I don't know. But I know it was enough for you to be frustrated by the fact that you couldn't put into this the traditional energy you would spend, as we discussed, in a traditional relationship structure. This is literally a traditional relationship structure. I put a phenomenal amount of energy into it, and I'm happy to, I want to, and they are too. I got my sex in this, I got my heart in this, my forward momentum as the Chariot, my movement, my intentions are all here. Activity, energy, activity, energy. Fuck. I can't. And I never could. We're going to reconnect with this Soulbond. And it could literally be Pisces and Scorpio. It's very strong energy right there, particularly water. That's all water, actually. 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, death in the moon. That's straight up water. There's a lot of hidden energies here that are trying to transform and make themselves present once more. We want to transform the things that were even hidden to us and kind of bring them out to the surface. I see that the energy's here, and it seems to be coming up in your relatively near future. If they manifest themselves into reality, I could not say. But I see the emotional desire kind of picking up to reconnect and try to transform what was hidden and eluding us. Getting it out into that surface, because a true soul bond it never really breaks. Sorry for that abrupt cut, Gemini. Speaking of the surgery, I had the doctor's offices calling me right now and just finalizing details and things like that, so I had to take that call. There you go. Right. So, a true soul bond never really breaks. It can't. It's a soul bond. You're supposed to learn from it, and assuming you two have learned some things, then it's absolutely feasible 100% to transform the energy and try again. And that's why we see soul bonds constantly come up under cycles. If it's a repetitive cycle, you two haven't learned anything, you'll just break again. If you both have learned something, you'll incorporate that knowledge, and the connection can continue to move forward, but this time under better direction. Okay? It just really comes down to the two people involved. How willing are you to learn what you need to learn? How willing are they to learn what they need to learn? But it's looking like, energetically speaking, you two are willing to transform and possibly reconnect. But again, the assumption is transformation of what was hidden. Okay? Oh, goodness me. Let's go ahead and switch up those decks, please. Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Your strengths, taking action. Oh no, I saw that. You said I never hesitated, Christina. What little chance I got to hang out with that person or do something with them, I took it. I never hesitated. Oh no. What you didn't acknowledge was your energy spike when you were with them. You got comfortable in whatever little routine you two might have had, and it was small. But it's like you didn't put those two things together. The big energy, the big feeling behind such small interaction. You know. And we're not talking a couple days, honey. We're not talking a couple weeks. We're not talking a couple months. Much longer. But we couldn't put into it the traditional structure. Anyway, sorry, Knight of Swords. I just think it's very fascinating. And I want to know more. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Excuse me. Show me that Knight of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords. Your strengths, you're willing to take action, possibly communicate. I don't know. Let's take a look. Couple thoughts. I am tempted to clarify further so I can understand. You're showing me a relationship that's not working. Some sort of relationship here that's not working. Now, it could be that your willingness to take action towards this person, you're being adamant, you and I don't have a relationship. We're just friends. You and I don't have a relationship. Let's make that clear. I stand up for that. 7 of Wands. Boundaries. We don't have a relationship. We're friends. That's how you're willing to communicate to this person. However, that doesn't quite feel right. And you know me, I'm about that feeling. Something's not working. That seems to be behind you. A relationship that's on the rocks, specifically a commitment that is problematic, upside down, topsy-turvy, not functioning well. But you're still defending it. And your friend here is exactly that. They're a friend for a reason. Because even though we might be in a non-functioning relationship, unstable household, specifically the emotions in it, the feeling, the fire, the intensity, that feeling you get, the comfort you get when two people are on the same page in one home. I don't mean financially. Arguing, distancing, begrudging. Many of you don't want to talk about that because you still defend a relationship that some of you might be in, even if it's not that great. This is a little more than not that great, but I'm not going to get into it. It's showing up now, it's showing up now. I might do a little more clarification to see which way you're going. You're either adamant that you are willing to make some effort towards this person, but under the full pretext, we are not in a relationship, we're friends. Or you still stand behind a marriage that doesn't seem, or a relationship that doesn't seem like it stands up for you. But you're still willing to be friends with this person. Which one is which is up to you. I might see a little more, I might not. Show me your environment. I want to see your 9 of Swords. That might actually answer my question. Show me that 9 of Swords, please. Show me that 9 of Swords, please. Show me the 9 of Swords. Show me that 9 of Swords. Show me that 9 of Swords, please. Show me that 9 of Swords. What's going on? I feel heavily that many of you have a relationship behind you that does not stand up for you, even while you stand up for it. That would explain another reason why I see you doubling down on stabilizing your home environment. That's also PS directly tied to your community. There's a lack of faith in this relationship. Faith. Lack of faith in the relationship. But some of you continue to stand by it or stand up for it. Show me that Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords, please. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Yeah. That's your environment. Many of you Geminis, I'm defaulting to the second interpretation. I felt it that way the first time, and it's now my primary interpretation. Many of you have very disruptive, unhappy relationships. Possibly commitment. Where your household always feels like it's turned on its fucking head. You continue to stand by it, even though it does not stand by you. It does not support you. Financially, emotionally, physically, you're fucking exhausted. It's filled with disappointment and regret, but you continue to stand up for it. And again, it does not stand up for you. So when this energy cut across your heart, from all I can tell, was basically from the lack of care, time, and attention that you would typically grow a relationship with. All the tools you need to grow a relationship, standard relationship right fucking here. Except that made it impossible. I think you otherwise would have given this. You couldn't. How could you? Do you see what your environment looks like? That's what this is. Instability, exhaustion, sadness, disappointment, feeling lonely in a relationship that does not support you, but you continue to contribute to it. There's that working energy right there. Real world efforts. It doesn't seem to move much. Doesn't seem to grow much, but it's there. You're used to it. It stresses you out. It takes a great deal of your physical energy. And it leaves you sad and disappointed. So when this situation cut out or did what it did, it just kind of reinforced this situation, didn't it? And that's why you doubled down and got real stiff, real firm about what your priorities are. That's a lot. This is not the kind of thing that gets fixed overnight. Doesn't matter how fast you are or how firm you are, it can't be fixed overnight. And I'm going to tell you what I told another collective not too long ago. It's like you're trying to stabilize a situation that can't be stabilized. And it causes you pain. And you're on the distinct receiving end of it because this is all individual, single. And that's why it feels non-supportive, because it is a non-supportive relationship and or commitment. The effort looks like it's on your side alone to maintain this gig, whatever this is. Yeah, no wonder you couldn't give this person the whole enchilada of yourself, your energy, your time, and efforts. No, because it's being spent in something that doesn't want to be held together anymore. Whatever that is barely holding on, and we're talking rubber bands and glue. Maybe some gum. I'm going to give you my what if speech. What if, Gemini, you put that time, energy, and effort into someone whom you know could evoke and give you so much more, but you concentrated on the person who can give you, or situation, I should say, that gives you so much less? Why do you invest so much into less when you could be investing so much into more? Something to think about. Do you know, some of the best people I know, I love them to death. Beautiful people, beautiful energy. They continuously invest in very poor relationships because they're convinced they can fix it. They just need this, they just need that. And completely drain themselves, deplete themselves of hope and energy because now they're so far invested into something that's so unhealthy, unhappy, unfruitful, unsupportive. They can't imagine anything else, and they can't imagine doing anything else because it's like, I'm here and I've been here. And it's like the idea of change, choosing change, becomes ludicrous at some point. Why would I choose anything else? Why? This is life. If I chose this, it would just end up the same way, or I would just lose it. See? Look, they fucked off anyway. Yeah. They did. Somebody did. Because we knew, realistically, the efforts that were not being put into this. There's what was given, and there's what should have been given. It couldn't keep it. That was beyond this person or yours control. It's circumstantial, but you personally have a choice to contribute, to continue to give the best of you, your years, to something that wouldn't do the same for you, it looks like, or can't, or won't, or is not interested. Or you could seek better love, glory, and fortune elsewhere. Just how used to this are you that you can't see it for what it is? I'm concerned. That's very concerning. It's very concerning. Cross watchers, you are welcome, but do be careful. I am protective of all my collectives, and it's not a matter of Gemini would just this or Gemini would just that. That's not how life works. That's why we're here. So the same realness Gemini is getting today is eventually going to come up for your sign too. So do keep that in mind. We all have crosses to bear, which is why we have to be conscientious of the decisions we have in this life and not convince ourselves that we don't. When it seems we have no choice is when we have the most. It's just not the choice we want to make. Because it's not easy, it's not convenient, and it's just what we have not been conditioned ourselves to believe that we have a choice. Yes, we do. It's the biggest choice. It's the most important choice. Is this acceptable? Yes or no? And if it's no, what are you going to do about it? And if you choose to do nothing about it, that is also a choice. I don't want to hear it. Well, if Gemini would just choose me. You know what? I won't hear that shit. That doesn't help the situation. Gemini has to, and that's if you resonate, Gemini, honey. You don't have to. Just because it says Gemini in the title doesn't mean it's for you. So you take what resonates, you leave what does not. That's it. Check out the placements, so I'll catch you on the next one. I want what's best for you. And right now I'm seeing a Gemini who does not have what's best for them. But you also don't seem to be willing to change it. There's a reason why this situation hurt so bad. It was the last time your energy felt free and fluid with anybody. And I was telling another collective, the person who can give you the most is who you want to give the most space to. So, you know, a lot of people say less is more and more is less, etc. And I tend to say, well, more is more and less is less. And you're putting a lot of more into less and getting less, and you give a lot of less to what could give you more, but gives you not as much as you could be getting. So I kind of want to take these two situations and reverse them. Give the best of your energy and effort to the one who seems to have the most promise of loving you and caring about you and supporting you, your soul, your spirit, your path, while you're here and alive on planet Earth. And not the one who takes from you the most and then treats you like shit or neglects you. That's straight up neglect too. Unhappy household. At the end of the fucking day, no matter how you want to describe it, it's an unhappy household. It's not stable and it's not supportive. Literally 4 of Wands in reverse is non-supportive relationship energy. Most likely marriage. 2 of Cups. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to impress upon you the severity of that. Show me that Two of Cups, please. Get clear about what you want with this person. Get clear. If you're looking at this person to give you emotional support to substitute for this situation, it's not going to work. If you want this person in your life for the love they have to offer you, then it has a chance. Okay, but this person can't pick up this person's or situation's slack. I get why you kept them in your life as a friend, but they could not supply you with what you were missing. So get really fucking clear. If you're going to reconnect with this person, why? Because they made me feel good? Or because I actually see something with them long term? Because I know that they could love me and support me properly. Get really fucking clear, Gemini. If you're going to reconnect with this person, know why. Get out of that moon. Kill that fucking moon. Get very realistic. There's your heart again. The Chariot, Seven of Cups, the Devil. Some of the things you feel you want make you very uncomfortable. It makes you very uncomfortable. Your heart is looking for an escape route, honey. I don't blame you. Your heart's looking for an escape route, and it scares the shit out of you. It does. Your heart's literally looking for a way out, and it scares you. That's why you fear to love. Hopes and fears. Fears and hopes. Do I dare hope to love again? With somebody who actually emotionally supports me, shows up for me, loves me, day in, day out. Says, I love you, babe. Have a great day. Every day. And means it. Loves you and means it. Books you and means it. Doesn't play house. Is there. Really is there. Not just physically there. There. You want love and it scares the shit out of you. The idea of exploring new love, taking off towards new love, having any sort of option in love at all scares you a great deal. It would mean change. It would mean moving. Making a move. Making a decision. Making your heart speak and declare itself. It scares you. You literally hope and fear for love. Your heart has not changed direction in many a moon. Years. It hasn't had to shift gears in years. Your heart. I don't know why I said that. It just affected me very deeply. Your heart has not had to shift gears in years. You haven't had to make those choices in years. There was a time when you welcomed that kind of choice and that kind of change, and now it scares you to death. To be led by your heart and not by your fist. That hit me in such a hard way. You have some strong Cancer in your chart, I think. Some prominent Cancer in there. I also think you have some damn strong Earth in there too. I wonder what you will do. Abide by your spiritual calling. Allow yourself to choose. I don't know. I don't like your environment at all. But that's for you to see and say. You have beautiful ability to love and love hard with sincerity. You have a beautiful way of constructing your life around that love, so long as you are happy and satisfied. And when you are not, you go into a maintenance mode where it's all on you. You're not supported in whatever that is. So while I see, yes, you are willing to take action towards your so-called friend here, okay. If you're going to emotionally transform with this person, do so understanding that a greater energy is available to you and not just a friendship. There's a reason they were presented to you. Show me judgment, please. Show me judgment, show me judgment, show me judgment, show me judgment, show me judgment. Two of Wands, decision. Yeah. The truth. Understanding your truth. All the truths. I know which way you're leaning. You're leaning towards the last time you felt the most confident. And energetically free. Which means you already know. You have to make a judgment decision under this energy. This was the last time you felt it. Was with your friend. A friend who's just a little bit more than that. What you will actually do, I do not know. Judgment implies a time that's really hard to capture. It's hard to capture time at all, actually, in tarot. Tarot doesn't recognize time as we do. We're subject to a clock. Tarot's not quite like that. As much as I try. Which is why I think about doing away with time checks altogether. Judgment is when it's meant to be. Literally, the knowledge you have will secure your decision, and thus your energy will move with the decision in time. Which is not a play on time. It's not meant to be a hanged man thing where you're delaying and stalling. It's not like that. It requires active decision-making skills. Okay. It worries you, it hurts you a great deal that the last time you felt that love and confidence is tied to someone that's not that. It stresses you out. It's like, why does my energy point to that person? It pisses me off. It should be over here, but it's not. And it hasn't been for a long time. I know. Like I said, your heart has not had to shift gears in a long time. It kind of just probably started out in love as most of the, excuse my stomach, I'm hungry, I haven't eaten yet. It has started out in love as most of these things do, but over time it became like this, and it stayed like this with no evidence of going back to its former glory, despite how hard you try to stabilize your environment. Part of you putting your intuition back in order is understanding the principles of self-love and self-care, which goes beyond just getting your nails done and having a spa day and getting a nice massage. Listening to some music and eating good food. It goes well beyond that. The King and Queen of Pentacles is about true self-love. And your GPS, your High Priestess, is turned off, and if it was on, it would be literally to heal through love, and you would know it was right for you. Not this iron fist thing you got going on that says, I will, by God, stabilize everything and focus on what matters. What you focusing on what matters is not giving you the same respect. It doesn't put its focus back on you. Okay, so I get that you were hurt by this and you doubled down on an already problematic situation, but it's not love. And if you chose yourself through love, guess what you would choose? That devil wouldn't mean shit to you. Disappointment. Advice, please. Advice, please, for Gemini. Advice. How would you advise? I mean, I think the advice is actually outstanding in its own right. And I just want you to do what's best for you. This is critical. Don't approach a reconnection at all until you know emotionally what you want from this connection. It cannot supplement for this. It cannot. This is a connection that is powerful in love in and of its own right. It is not meant to substitute for this. You have to choose it for what it offers. And that scares you. That scares you a lot. To love again, to open up to and have to navigate, move, make movement, strides. Scares you. Opening yourself back up to that level of vulnerability. Actually having to pursue your heart instead of just putting up with shit. Yeah, that's a decision, all right. Know what you want from the situation before you consider reapproaching it. The reason it's so-called broke is because we couldn't put into it what was actually calling for the situation. That's it. That's all I can see. Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords. We snuck away from the truth. Back here, where you're under judgment in the future, the truth, I now see that you have been ignoring for a long time. That was with you and it was always with you, and you're insisting I didn't know what to do with it anyway. This was false. We're going to be looking at that truth in the future. It was overdue. The 17th for some of you might be important. The 27th. And now, where there was stuckness, I see a lot of movement. A lot. That's fast. This is fast as fuck. I know this. In future, if you are that Gemini indeed, who abides by the truth and stops avoiding it, when you do that, things will move very fast. Very. The very thing you were so afraid of, you do so with unlimited power, energy, and a swiftness that is unparalleled. A whole bunch of nothing and avoiding the truth, sidestepping it, dodging it. I don't want to see the truth and what's actually going on. To, this is my truth now and I'm living it. Look at me go. That's fast as fuck. And you're telling me back here you're scared to do this. That's exactly what you said you're scared of doing. And look at you go, boy. Once you embrace that decision, you're gone. You're out the door. You're in your car. And you know exactly, P.S., who you're picking up. We're going to go on a joyride. What is that, Roxette? Yeah, that's Roxette. And that's a joyride, baby. That's a joyride. And it's powerful. It's oh, you know exactly who you're picking. You know. Oh, God dang it. There's a reason I'm going into surgery. Stop using that arm, Christina. I know I'm left-handed, guys. It's an automatic response. I am left-handed. I'm left dominant. Everything I start on my left foot, everything on my left hand, everything I'm 100% lefty, like all the way. So it's a little hard for me to undo 42 years worth of movement. Muscle memory. It's a thing. At Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, as I was saying, I know who's going to go in your little car. You got a nice car. You do have a nice car, don't you? Oh, you're correct. You do have a nice car. I don't know why that got my attention, but I just know that it's very smooth. And the ride is so smooth. That is Little Red Corvette Prince. That's a smooth ride. And you know exactly who's in your passenger seat. Oh my. Oh yes. Anyway, sorry. Let's try to do some Let's see if Spirit will humor us with some time checks. I don't know. Not here. This is much further out. Let's start right here. If there is a chance to transmute / transform that hidden love energy, and it is hidden love energy, okay, for a deep soul bond, and making it function more with its original alignment and not as a way of trying to pick up the slack in something else that's not working. I've seen that twice now, and it's making me nervous. Where people are picking up really strong connections and they're substituting it with what they're not experiencing elsewhere, and that's not good. So that's not healthy. We don't want that. Okay. So show me this, please. Emperor, Aries season, possibly 8 weeks, 18th, the 10th, the 8th, the 4th, any variation of that. I don't know. 8 weeks would put us roughly into Aries season? Thereabouts? I don't know. But it's somewhere around there. And again, the dates themselves might be interesting. The 4th, the 8th, 10th, 18th, etc. Okay, 12. I don't know. Okay. When does Aries season start? Good Lord, I do this every March. Late March to late April. Yeah. Okay. And then let's humor this judgment, this decision. I'm gonna let them fall out. Okay. The Hermit could be by next Virgo season. Yeah, heavy earth energy there. Could be next Virgo season. I know. That's that you keep showing me your energy when you reflect upon this person. It was the last time you recognized it as being spontaneous, smooth, outgoing, and I want this. But with it came that same conflict of, but I can't give to it. I can't give to this and build it like I would typically when I'm starting a relationship, Christina. Otherwise, I know that's what I would do. Yeah, exactly. Fuck that. We want to drop those burdens and pursue this the way we were intended to pursue it. I know. In terms of time checks, I could not say. It's just more confirmation of what I've been saying, and the only real strong reference I have about this decision is Virgo season. Okay. Possibly. I don't even know if it's this year. Is that who they are? Are they a Queen of Cups? Is this the person who provokes that emotional response? Are they that Nine of Pentacles person? Is this the person we get excited by? More than that, obviously. Cancer season in and of itself might be important. There it is. Yeah, that's who they are. Thank you, Spirit. As I'm saying, is that who they are? Yeah, that's who they are. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's you. They are very strongly connected to you. At the heart level, at the spiritual level, you name it. I think that's who they are, and I think that's who you want to see in your car. Again, Cancer season might be terribly important. You pulled up the Chariot multiple times. I strongly suspect you have some prominent Cancer in your chart. I want you to use it. That is always a good momentum. Okay? And then, like I said, Cancer season might be important. 777, that's all. Those are very important numerology aspects. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I wish but this is much further down the road. I'm seeing a lot of upfront energy when it comes to this person in the form of the connection that you have, and then also possibly connectivity, working through it because we want to, because the idea of it would make us happy. Very much so. The 8th, the 18th, 8, 8, 8, 10, 18, 16. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. King of Pentacles. I'm telling you, some of you have very strong Taurus and or Leo in your chart. You got a lot of fixed energy in there. Okay. Yeah. It would make you feel good. It would make you feel more than good. It would actually make you feel stable. This energy provokes in you a level of stability because it makes you feel like you. Instead of something you have to sit there and contrive and deal with and put up with, and it's not given back to you. This brings out some of the worst things in you that are perpetual, like a needle stuck in the groove on the record. And then over here, in comparison to this person's energy, you're open up. You're very comfortable. You're beautiful. You're glowing. You're sexy. You're gorgeous. There you go. I hope that helps you. I wish I could see more in this. I cannot. I did try to push, but 18 seems to be fairly consistent. 8 and 10. That being the case, for some of you, it is Piscean season. Possibly. Their power number is 18. So. Okay. Gemini, I hope this helped you. You put in the comments as you see fit. It was terribly interesting, this one. And it hit me a couple of times, I must say. I like your friend. They bring out some very strong things in you that are right, normal, natural. And I see how you tried to play along as a friend for a long time. I just want you to put those two thoughts together. Why did you always feel your energy spiking when you knew you got to spend even a little bit of time with them? Just a little bit. Why did it make you feel alive? And a king. It wasn't much, but you got a great, big, huge energy spike off this person. And I know what you would do if you were free to move about the cabin, as it were. You would do it old school. You would. You would do it old school. I would put time... Yeah, I told you. I described that to you already. You would put the energy into them. I can't wait to see them. I want plans. I want plans in place, baby. I want something down... I want to be on the books Thursday night. I want to be on the books Friday night. I want to be on the books Saturday night. That's what this is. It's traditional courtship. I know what you would do. It would be old school. Frequent dates, dinners, movies, intimacy. And it's like your sex is on point. Your movement, that chariot, you showed me that 3 times. You're saying, I would know how to move this, Christina. I know how I would move in the... I know what to do. I know what I would do. I know what... I see you planning dates that you never had with this person. And we're talking restaurants. We're talking everything. We're talking music. We're talking all that. I see it in there. I know what you would do. And what you would do is beautiful, and it's natural, and it's instinctual, and it's correct. And they would give it back to you. I don't know how I know that. I just know it from your point of view and how you perceive them. This person, you know they would... They know, you just know it. You know it. You know this person would not, they would meet you step for step, step for step. You fucking know it. You know it. You know it. This person's wealthy? Or they're very well-to-do. Let's put it that way. I don't know that they're wealthy, but they are coming across as well-to-do. They always seem to have money available to them, okay, to do whatever. I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but it's here. That was weird. That hit me in the 11th hour. That's your impression of them, is that they always have money to spend? Well, maybe they do. Maybe they did well for themselves. That's one of the reasons you're attracted to them, is because they can stand on their own 2 fucking feet, right? They can take care of themselves. They got the wealth to back it up. And that's one of the reasons why you show me such strong A game, or what you would hypothetically or theoretically like to do with your A game with this person. You're like, you know they're worth it. You know they're worth your best efforts. And then over here, I got someone pulling off you like a fucking siphoning gas out of a gas tank. It's just... I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't know that situation. I wasn't trying to dig. It just comparatively... Obviously, I'm going to take notes about which is looking like it might actually make you a happy, healthy, functioning, loved human being. That's okay, for reals. I'm sorry, Gemini. It was beautiful. It's heartbreaking, and it has the hope of you written on it in your outcome, if you choose to see it that way. If you choose to see it that way, and when you choose to see it that way. It is, of course, up to you, honey. I think the world of you. You know that. You should. I have a huge respect for the Gemini energy. Even if it's not your sun placement, I don't care. It's more than what I got. I don't think I need any more intensity, though. I really don't. All right, that's enough. You put in the comments as you see fit, like always, honey. I'll check up on you in a couple of weeks. I do not know what the reading type will be, but I'll know when we get there. Okay? Be good to yourself.